It's time to give some love to the big guys, all right? And the Lions had two of them at the Pro Bowl this weekend. And by the way, let me just say before I get into what everybody's saying about Penei Sewell, can I also say that while it still has some tweaks to be made, this version of the Pro Bowl was much better than whatever else it used to be, and over the last 10 years. But that's another video for another time. Here's what's so nice when you have Lions at the Pro Bowl, when you have Jared Goff, when you have Frank Ragnow, when you have Penei Sewell, when you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, and all these guys are at the Pro Bowl. What you also get is inside insight on what other people are able to see in them. And I'm going to show you an article right now that was an SI article, and they are talking about how everybody is saying the same thing about Penei Sewell. And if you don't know what they're saying, as soon as I'm done, as soon as you're done listening to this video, you're going to want to go and watch the video of him in the gauntlet race and just watch him destroy a wall. And you're going to see his athleticism, but we'll also see, I think he was going against Joel Bitonio, and his get off the line. He is just bigger, faster, and stronger than other humans. And he's only touching the ceiling of what he has. But here's enough of what I have to say. Let's hear what other people are saying about Penei Sewell. And here's where they start. It's no secret that Penei Sewell is freakishly athletic. We know that. Of course, they're going to cite the 3rd and 9 at a critical juncture of the game when Penei Sewell got a reception, had the awareness to stay in bounds. All that was good. He almost looked like a tight end. Everybody talks about his athleticism. He did get out there. It was funny and fast, but he also fell, which is exactly what he did in the gauntlet too, which is hilarious. But he participated in this. And according to the league, it's a side-by-side relay race that will highlight players' speed and agility as they climb walls, go under tables, navigate, tile run, all this kind of stuff. Sewell's able to kick things off for the NFC. He fell, and he still almost caught the other guy. That's the thing that is unbelievably nuts. But here's what they're saying. If he wasn't one of the best run blockers in the league, we could give him goal line touches. Okay, goal line touches, refrigerator Perry. Like, what are we talking about here? Look, we got Jamal Williams, and he had 17 touchdowns this year. He had 17, and he was very good in goal to go situations. But oh my goodness, can you imagine Penei Sewell getting the handoff? Go watch the gauntlet. Watch him go through that wall and tell me that dude's not running through whatever's in his way if he only has a yard to go to get into the end zone. All right. Another guy said we need to get this man the ball more. He's fast. I don't swear on this, so I'm not going to talk about that. Another posted expressing, give this man goal line touches. This is so here's what I want to see, and here's what I want to talk about. Like, do we need to actually talk about this? Like, do we need to say, does he deserve goal line touches? Because he's the best run blocker on the team. You could argue Frank is, but what if we put him in? Or what if we put him in at the fullback and kind of did, like, sometimes you give it to him as the up back, sometimes you let him get out and block, almost have him be like an H-back, fullback, tight end, whatever you want to call it, wing. Like, and he can get out in front and block, or you could hand him the ball and be a little more multiple in that way. I think that might be an okay way to use him. But the reality is he's just so darn good at what he does. If I'm not mistaken, the NFLPA came out with their list of all pro selections, and it gave the top 5 vote getters in every one. And at right tackle, Penei Sewell was 3. It is his 2nd year in the league. 3rd is where he is rated. This is a guy who loves to have fun. He's intense. He's strong. He's big. He's fast. And he is the future for this Detroit Lions offensive line. Even more so than Decker. Even more so than Frank. I think he is, because there's nothing this man can't do. And it's so fun to see the national recognition on what Penei Sewell is doing. It's just fun when you have an offensive lineman that is playing in the city of Detroit. Our offensive linemen don't get any love. The only way you get love as an offensive lineman is if you're an offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, the San Francisco 49ers, or maybe the Green Bay Packers. Like, that's the people that get love. That's about it. not for Detroit. And now you have people talking about just the monster that this guy is. And my hope is that Penei Sewell can take what he's already learned in run blocking, that he can find a way to harness even more of this athleticism to become, he's already an elite run blocker. I would love for him to become a great to elite pass blocker. And he's getting there. Trust me, he is absolutely getting there. And it is fun to see. But, and this will be something that we put on other videos as we're talking about draft situations, is there something to talk about with Penei Sewell eventually moving to left tackle? And is there a world in which we draft a tackle with the number 6 pick? I don't know. I don't think we do. I don't think we do. And you're all going to just freak out because I even said it. Other people have been starting to say it that are in covering in the Lions organization. And last year we had the same thing where it was like, what if we drafted another tackle and then you trade Taylor Decker and you get more draft capital? And it's just like, okay. Calm down. You get out of a big contract because eventually you are going to have to pay Penei Sewell and you're going to have to pay him. And you're going to have to pay Jonah Jackson. So it's just always kind of interesting to look at these things. And I never know where Brad Holmes is going. Like, we're starting to get an understanding of the profile of guy that he drafts. We're starting to get an understanding that he is willing to wait, but we always thought to ourselves, like, all right, he's going to stand pat. He's going to stand back. Then boom, he trades up for Jamison Williams, who's injured. Like, I would have never seen that coming. None of us saw that coming. And then he drafts Josh Pascal. None of us saw that coming. So anyways, there's a lot of those types of things, but this is, I'm never going to get sick of reporting good news for the Detroit Lions. I'm just not going to do it. And I hope you don't either. So speaking of more good news, we have memberships that are live on the channel. And what that means is there are 3 tiers of memberships. And depending on what tier membership you want, you can either get just custom stickers and emojis. You can do a second tier where it gets you all that, but then you can jump up and you can get live members only streams. So that's always fun and a great chance to interact with me and Chris and kind of go one-on-one with that kind of thing. And then you can go to the top tier where you get that. You would get shout outs on the channel. You would also get first priority response comments. So it's not quite like you're texting us, but kind of close. So because we're going to respond to you faster, at least with the first comment. So kind of a chance to get to know us better and a chance for us to get to know you better. So something to think about with memberships. Otherwise, if that's not something you want to do, don't worry about it. Hit that subscribe button below. At least subscribe to this channel. Check us out. And turn that notification on so you can see when we get new videos out. We do 1 or 2 videos every single day. We love the Lions. We love talking about the Lions. We'd love to have you part of the community. See you on the next one.